Okay, so let's have a look at the 2021 question 17, income statement and statement of financial position. So in the previous video, we looked at where each one of these items go, and I also mentioned about making sure that you know the layout of the income statement and the statement of financial position. So because we're looking at the income statement, you need to know the trading account, the profit and loss, and the appropriation account. In this question, they've kindly done the trading account first, so we've up as far as our gross profit completed. So the next thing we're going to do is look at less expenses. So your first item here you're going to write in is less expenses, and then you're going to put in the items. So we have identified where each one of these items go. So what I would suggest that you do with each one of these is that you just might put a line through them or highlight them when they're inputted, when they're put in, so you know that when all the items are in, you know you have it done correctly and there's nothing left out. So I'm just going to highlight each one of these, and I'm just going to put a color on them. So I'm just going to select green. So I know all these are in the trading account. They're all in because they have the trading account completed for us as part of this question. So anything that I've got trading or T put beside, they're all put in. So income statement trading, income statement trading, income statement trading, income statement trading, and then also remember that the first part of my stock is also got in there as well, and that's my closing stock of 5,000. So if we look at our income statement, we've got our sales 200,000. So that is up here in this part here. So sales will be 200,000 in there. Once it comes back for me. The next item then in layout will have less cost of sales. So that's going to be made up of our opening stock of 6,000. So we've got our opening stock here of 6,000. The next item then is cash purchase of 165,000. That's going to be added on. So 165,000. And then we've got our carriage in. We're going to add that on as well of 1,000. And that's going to be carriage in of 1,000. Now those three items together, we're going to get 172,000, and then we're going to take away our closing stock that's given us in the question down here at the end of 5,000. And that's going to be taken away from the 72,000. That's going to give us a cost of goods sold, 167,000, and that 167,000 then is taken away from the 270,000 to give us our gross profit. So remember, we're calculating the cost of goods sold, and less cost of sales or cost of goods sold is taken away from our cash sales. Remember, gross profit is always cash sales taken away our cost of sales. So the next item then is less expenses. Make sure you put in that heading. You get a mark for it. And then our expenses then, we have them all identified here. So we've got telephone and broadband of 2,500. The next item then, so remember we're going to put a highlighter or a line through it. Next item is light and heat. 11,500. So we're going to put a line through it as well. Then we've got rent. 16,000. So we're going to put a line through that as well. And then we've got wages. 43,500. Put a line through it. And then we've got marketing expenses of 8,000. So it's 8,800. And then the last one that always goes in at the last is your depreciation, and we've got depreciation of equipment. And that equipment then we've calculated down here at the very end, which is 8,000. So we're going to add all these up. So in your calculators you can put all those together and add them up, and we get 90,300. And because it says less expenses, we're going to go 103 minus 90,300, and that 12,700, that's called our net profit. Okay, so all we did is part one, we identified where each one of these items are going to go. So marketing expenses need to be ticked off. Okay, and now we're looking, so we can see here, because we've identified in two color pens, that the last two items, dividend of income, it goes into your income statement and appropriation, and your profit and loss then goes into your income statement in your appropriation. Now with your profit and loss, it's important to note that if your profit's on the credit side, it's going to be income, so we're going to add it on. But if your profit and loss is on the debit side, it's an expense, so we're going to take it away. So your dividend paid, because on the debit side, it's an expense, so we're going to take it away. Dividend paid, money going out, so it's going to reduce our profit. But the profit and loss on the credit side is going to increase our profit. So the next section then is going to be your appropriation account. And your appropriation account is less dividends paid. And dividends paid is 10,000. So you're going to take the 10,000, we're going to take the 12,700, I'm going to take away the 10,000, that's going to give us 2,000. And then the last part then is our profit and loss balance in the first to the first. Profit or loss balance, first to the first 21. That's going to be added on. So we're going to just put green on it. So 17,000. And then we're going to add that on to our 2,700. So the 2,700 plus the 17,000 is going to give us 19,700. And that's our profit and loss balance at the end of the year, 31st of 12th, 2021. And that figure then will go into your finance point. So sometimes with these it's kind of easy if you put in little lines like you would in maths to identify where your figures are. So you can do these as you go down along. So I know I have to put these in at the start, but you just know when you're doing a calculation. So just do these up quickly so you know when you're adding and subtracting. And at the end then we put a single and a double line to say the account's closed off. So that's your profit and loss account. So remember, profit and loss account broken up into three parts. You got your trading account that you need to learn. You got your expense account up as far as your net profit. So remember, your net profit is your expenses taking away your gross profit, and then you got your appropriation account. So your appropriation account has got two items in it. It's got your dividends paid and your balance from the start of the year. Alright, if they don't give you those figures in the question, well then you put in 0. But it's a good idea to learn this layout and then find the figures then from the question itself. And as you go through the question then, make sure that you highlight or put a line through the figures so you know what they've been put in. And remember that your equipment will go in twice. It's going to go into your income statement, and it's also going to go into your statement of financial position, and then your stock of 5,000 will go into your profit and loss and will go into your current assets. So that's how you do the first part, which is your income statement of 2021 to 2007 or question 17 exam period.